Police have defended their response to the abduction of 5-year-old Kyla Rogers, who was later found murdered. It took 7 hours for police to issue an abduction alert after the little girl's mother and a man were stabbed to death in a Gold Coast unit. The domestic tragedy culminated last night when the bodies of Kyla and her father were discovered in northern New South Wales. Tom Forbes reports from the Gold Coast.
Flowers from strangers, that's the impact the 4 deaths have had on the Gold Coast community.
It's terrible. We just come to pay our respects to the family.
Forensic police were back at the Robina unit today trying to piece together what happened on Sunday night.
It's obviously when these tragic events happen that we all look for answers in trying to explain why it happened, and unfortunately rarely is there a simple explanation.
Police haven't confirmed the identity of the victims, but it's believed 31-year-old mother of 2, Tanya Simpson, and 33-year-old New Zealand man, Anthony Way, were stabbed to death inside the unit. 5-year-old Kyla Rogers and her 40-year-old father, Paul Rogers, were found overnight in a car near Casino in northern New South Wales. Police have defended the time it took to issue a child abduction alert, more than 7 hours after the crime scene was found.
You can't release the alert unless you actually have some information to release in the alert, and we didn't have it at that stage.
There'll be lessons from this awful case, and I'm determined to make sure that we learn them, whether it's among the police or anybody else who could have helped.
It's hoped a post-mortem will shed light on when the murders occurred, but neighbours have reported hearing screams, but police say they weren't notified.
I certainly make no criticism of any of the people who live in that location, but who knows how things might have unfolded if we'd had an early phone call.
Police say Kyla Rogers' parents had been in a relationship for 8 years and were planning to get married. They'd even sent out wedding invites. But they broke up and the 31-year-old mother of 2 moved to the Gold Coast to start a new life. Kyla Rogers' younger brother wasn't home when the murders occurred. He was staying with his grandparents and remains in their care. Tom Forbes, Late Line.